Hi everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video we are going to be kind of going through and having a look at my Road to Apocalypse infographic that I created. Has been available for about a week or so now, but I just wanted to do a video because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with the Scourges and the Sagas and the Road to Apocalypse. So we're kind of doing a mini series and a mini series of infographics as well, kind of called the Road to Apocalypse, to help break down all the information and what's needed in order to unlock Apocalypse, because it is very confusing. I do just want to say before we get started, we are updating this as information becomes available as we go, as teams become available and things like that. So do bear with us with it to change. You know, there will be updated versions, so do always check you're looking at the most up-to-date version and video in case you come back to this in a couple of months time. And also please also remember that Scopely can always change information and things like that. So we will update, but we're just going off the information of what we know from the blog and from the information that's already out there. So, you know, just bear that in mind when you're looking. And again, if you come to this video and it's like November, there's probably going to be an updated version, so do just look out for those. So first of all, to start off with the Road to Apocalypse, you've got your the Scourges, we've got the Pestilence one and the Famine one that we've done. We're on the second one for Morgan Le Fay at the moment, and then the War and Death one that have been announced. We know all the teams for the War one, but we don't know all the teams just yet for the Death one, and we are still I know they're in game now, but we are still waiting for the artwork for those to become available. What we've also done with this graphic, if you can see, is we've kind of highlighted the best team to use. So if you're wondering what team to invest in, or if like you're a newer player, we have highlighted what's the best team to use. I do know for the Morgan Le Fay one, it is worth having Dark Hunters up a little bit to help for like Node 10 as like a sack team and things like that. But realistically, you want to invest in your Web Warriors, and they are also obviously really good for bio in the Doom raid. So they're a double whammy there for you. Same for the Famine one. Young Avengers were the best team from what was tried and tested. Again, other teams, these characters can be used for like sack team for nodes, but Young Avengers is what's going to carry you through. And they are actually quite good on the hero node in the Pestilence one as well. So they do double up there for you, but they are a very good team. I've also had Squirrel Girls very good in Dark Dimension 5 as well, so you've got good use there. For the War one, yes, we do have the teams available, but we have no idea what team's going to be the best, because there's such a big combination, especially when you look at Wave 1 Avengers, because obviously you've got Thor that overlaps into both Wave 1 and Hero as Guardians. So we're not sure. We're assuming probably going to be Hero as Guardians, because they are like the newest team, and they seem to have the sustain. They're a bit slow, but they seem to have the sustain that you might need. But until we see the nodes and stuff like that, we're not going to know. You've also got things like Iron Man, who's going to be needed in the other one, so you might be leveling him up anyway, and also like the Gamma team, you might be leveling those up. So you know, it might just be a mixture of your characters. I have a 650k Ravager team, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be very good in this, but we don't know, they might be. Prove me wrong. So we haven't highlighted anyone here because we don't want to do that until we know. And the same for here. Bionic Avengers, you're probably going to be investing for tech for the Doom raid, so they're probably going to be a good team to go for, but again, we don't know. Also Hulk again as well, he's going to be part of the Gamma team, so you know, there's going to be mixtures here, so we're not too sure for these ones. We have to wait and see what other teams get announced for the Death Scourge as well. Then you have the Sagas. So this is kind of the next stage. This one, the Morgan Le Fay one, will be starting very soon. We assume after her second run in the Scourge event, so we'll wait to see. And again, difficulty 1, you need the whole team at gear 13, difficulty 2 gear 15, and difficulty 3 gear 17. So you do need your Dark Hold to be leveled up, which they are an arena team, so most people probably would. These guys are pretty crazy. Rogue is pretty amazing as a plug and play character as well. You've got your War Saga, which is going to be the Gamma team. So again, you've got your Hulk there, which we're all going to need. You're going to have to gear 17 She-Hulk at some point, and then the Death Saga, which we don't know what that team is yet. So that's what we're there. And then you have the Apocalypse Saga. So once you've gone through these, this then unlocks the Apocalypse Saga. So it's quite a lengthy process. They are giving us a good bit of gameplay here, and you've got to complete all of these in order to get onto this. And again, you're going to need the Horseman teams plus additional characters. Now this is where it gets confusing. So difficulty 2 in the Saga needs to be gear 15, but difficulty 2 in Apocalypse needs to be gear 16, ISO level 4. So it's one higher. So essentially you're going to have to gear 17, ISO level 5, your whole Horseman team. So just keep leveling them. They're all pretty good characters from what I've been using so far. And again, we don't know who these additional characters are going to be after we've had the war team, and we don't know how many additional characters it's going to be either. But you do unlock a 5 yellow 2 red Apocalypse, and then a 7 yellow 4 red Apocalypse for this one. So it's a bit like, when you do Dark Dimension first run, second run, things like that. You are going to unlock them with this gear 16 requirement, which also means that these could be characters that you could be looking at taking into Dark Dimension 5 just to save gear there for you. You've also got some rewards that you're going to be getting. We're going to be breaking them down a little bit more in their own infographics, but you're going to get your orange gear, your gold, your Armory 16 orbs, your ISO 8 blue materials, the awakened abilities, so those level 7s and level 5 abilities for the Horsemen, the costumes, and level 5 ions and crystals. So it'd be nice to see what sort of rewards we will be getting there. So this is what we have at the moment, and we will obviously be working on updating it as we go through, and once we know kind of recommended teams and who works well, we'll be highlighting those and making those available for you as well. And as soon as we get any more information from like the blogs and the updates, and from Scopely, we will be putting it into the graphics. So as I said, do always check. We've got this one, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you like this, what else would you like to see on the graphic? Obviously there is a lot of information on here, so we're trying not to flood it too much, which is why we're going to be making some other graphics as well, to kind of break things down a little bit more. But do let me know your thoughts, and kind of if you're ready, are you going to get Apocalypse first time, do you think, or are you're going to have to wait? I'm already, I've got my Morgan Le Fay team are all gear 15, so you do also, the other thing is you do have to complete difficulty 2 to be able to do difficulty 2, like so difficulty 1 for difficulty 1, difficulty 2 for difficulty 2, so that's all lines up as well. So I am ready for difficulty 2, so that'd be quite exciting. So do let me know where you're at, if you're going to be ready, how you're feeling about this. Do you like this idea, what Scopely are doing? I personally think it's a bit nicer than just trying to get characters a team at yellow stars, because that was always kind of like boring and rubbish. So I quite like that's a little bit different, even though I might not get Apocalypse for a while, but it's kind of nice that it's a little bit different. It's a bit annoying that you have to level up all these teams so high, but they want us to level up our whole roster high, don't they? So that's kind of where we are. So do let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and thank you very much everybody for watching. I will see you in another video very soon.